Hey there, Rivercrest family. I hope that you're doing well this Wednesday. I'm obviously coming to you from what looks like a disaster area right now. So if you haven't heard, I'm excited to tell you that we have been working on a little renovation project here. We were able to expand our footprint in the building at about 3,000 square feet. And so when you come back, you'll be coming into a new entryway, new lobby and fellowship area, and also a new worship space where we'll be gathering. And along those lines, I wanted to share with you a bit of a timeline. And this is I want to be clear, this is a hope and a prayer when it comes to this timeline. There's a lot of things that have to happen to make it work out. But we're actively planning towards regathering. And the first step of that is that we're encouraging our community groups to begin gathering together this Sunday, May 17th, to begin gathering together in your home as a group and to participate in our live stream worship service. We hope that this will be a good first step towards regathering. We're not entering into this lightly. We've tried to read everything and take every warning, and so we're encouraging you to abide by the CDC's guidelines, but to begin gathering together this week to worship together in your home. If you don't have a community group for whatever reason, we would love to get you connected with one of those. And if you're not quite ready for that, then just invite a neighbor over. Let's use our homes as vehicles of the gospel, as an environment where the gospel could go forth. So we're going to be in Genesis, the second part of Genesis 18 this week, and I hope that you will take the time to read ahead there. We'll see Abraham interceding for the people and of Sodom, and so I'd encourage you to read ahead. As we move through our timeline, we're also looking to regather here in person for in-person corporate worship on Sunday, June the 7th. That is our prayer. That is what we're working towards here, both as it relates to coronavirus and as it relates to this renovation project. So I hope that you will, we're praying, we hope that you will join us in praying that would be able to happen on June 7th. It'll be a little dialed down. We won't have our nursery. We won't have childcare during the service. We won't have coffee, and we won't have refreshments and all that sort of stuff that we normally have here. We'll be doing everything we can to make this environment as safe as possible for us to gather together and worship. And that'll continue through most of the summer. Through June and July, we will be just worship only here on campus. And we're hopeful and praying that come August, we'll be able to get back into sort of whatever the new normal is on the other side of COVID-19. We hope that you'll join us in praying for that. Pray that this would all work out. Pray that the timeline will work out, that this project would get completed. You need to pray that for me, honestly. Pray that this would get completed. Pray that we would be able to regather very soon. Pray that this virus would go away. Pray for the people in this church, that God would continue to protect us from this. This morning I was reading, and I know I say that every time, but it's true. And I was in Psalm 37, which is one of my favorite Psalms. There's two verses in there that have always stood out to me. And I want to share those with you as I hope a word of encouragement. It's Psalm 37, verses 3 and 4. You can go and look at it. But it says this. It says, trust in the Lord. So that's the first thing. Trust in the Lord, which is, I think we can be honest, sometimes that's easier said than done. But it says, trust in the Lord and do good. Dwell in the land and befriend faithfulness. Delight yourself in the Lord, and he will give you the desires of your heart. Now here's the thing. That doesn't mean that he's going to give me a new car. It doesn't mean he's going to make this building perfect all of a sudden. I have no expectation of that. The desire of my heart as a follower of Christ is what we confess in the Shorter Catechism. Question number 1, what is man's chief end? And it's to glorify God and to enjoy him forever. And so whether we're gathering in our homes, in small groups, whether we're gathering here in person with sort of a reduced schedule on a Sunday morning, ultimately our aim is to glorify God, is to enjoy him forever. That's the cry, that's the prayer of our hearts as we recognize the grace that we've been shown in Christ, is to bring God glory for what he has done for us. It's to bring God glory for the hope that we have now in him. It's to bring God glory because he has done this wondrous thing for us that we could not do for ourselves. That is our hope. That is the desire of our heart. So I hope that you'll join me in praying that. Maybe you woke up today and that didn't feel like, maybe your heart didn't feel like that was its desire. And I'll be honest, a lot of mornings when I wake up, it doesn't feel like that. But today, what if we came before the Lord and said, God, my desire is to bring you glory, is to enjoy you forever. Would you help me to enter into that? Would you help me to walk in that? I'm praying that for you today. That you would trust in the Lord, that you would do good. That means doing righteousness and justice. We're going to see that in Genesis 18, doing righteousness and justice. That's what it looks like to do good. I'm praying that for you. I'm praying that you would dwell in the land, that you would dwell in God's place, that you would delight yourself in the Lord, that he would give you the desires of your heart. I love you. I miss you. I cannot wait to see you. You're going to get emails explaining all that timeline stuff. So if you're like, dude, you talk too fast and I didn't hear a word you said, don't worry. We're going to lay it out in a way that's a little more clear. Looking forward to seeing you. I hope you'll gather with your people this weekend. Miss you so much. Hope to see you soon.